Grand Rising. Glad to be here. You've had some breakthroughs and some burdens lifted because when you got your internet, you didn't also realize, and you found this out when you were talking with your friends yesterday, E and David, that you can put your other phone, you can get service for your other phone. So now I have, remember when you lost your phone, you thought it was gone, so you went into the store and you bought two phones. Well, now you're able to actually use all three phones because you got this phone that you're having on Wi-Fi, and then you have your other phone which you also have on Wi-Fi, and then you have this phone which you can record on. And the benefit of that is I can be looking at some courses, I can be on the phone, I can be making a video at the same time, and still be able to not have any interference, because you were having like a lot of interference when you were recording some important content, and the only way you could find around it was to keep multiple eyes on you. So now that I'm able to do that and still have the phone and I still make the video, it just makes life a little bit better because I found myself listening to some music. It was like the extra devices, quote unquote extra devices. So that's very useful to me because my friend David says it releases dopamine, which helps people become more stressed. And I think it's a pleasure hormone. Very interesting. Like, he was talking about pleasure hormones, and I was talking about adrenaline, which is like a different type of hormone. Which is useful. So, yeah, it's still going through my brokerage course, and also I found a chiropractor. There's two conveniently in Lithonia. I'll be attending one of them. I finished my book. So now I just have to find someone who's published the book before, or a publishing company, and start the publishing. Start this first edition. Once I have the first edition complete, I'll be able to decide how I want to sell it and disperse it. I had a course that I bought about 2 years ago, and for some reason my password and username are not working. So I wrote them a letter and I called into them to find out how to get my information secured, so that way I'm able to complete my course. It's just like an online sales course, sell a product online. And I'm like, man, I want to, if I bought the information, I'm going to utilize it. And I'm going to embrace it. So that being the case, nothing left for today but to finish the course, keep going through it. I'm looking at it, I wrote it down. Yeah, finish the course, do the chiropractor, do the book, publishing, get the man who can do the work on my Mustang, get them to do it, pay them. A number that I got thrown out at the time from the other guy who was gonna come do it, but he didn't have the skill, was $190. So if it's 30% more, that's like $240, right? Plus the part, plus the delivery, it's like $500. So, in my budget, last month's budget, next month's budget. Well, it's like next month's budget. It's in the budget. So, along with that, my screens still have not come, which is like my property definitely needs it. So I was talking with David, and he was asking me. He was like, "Man, how many flips have you done?" I said 10. He said, "Wow, that's impressive." It's like, man, yeah, it is. I haven't like I was like, I really don't know what to say to that. He's like, you don't say anything. It's a compliment. And, it made me feel good because it's like, yeah, I've done 10 flips. It's almost as many transactions as I've closed. So he's like, did you do the bird method on them? I was like, yeah, I did. I refinanced them, some of them. And I'm just like, I just don't really like, oh, like, I really have like a lot of experience. He's like, man, we got so much experience and we're going to know so much 10 years from now. We're going to have to write a book. I was like, that's funny. I did write a book. I actually wrote 2 books. The first one I haven't published. The second one I just finished and I'm about to. It's like, wow, okay, so that's just like a natural progression of things where 10 years into the game or maybe sooner, you can write a book if you get the inspiration or you're around the right people who are inspiring you, or who are motivating you, who are supporting you, who are affirming you. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I didn't mention that to him because I think that was just gonna be one more thing to say, because I think he said we're gonna write a book together. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he was also saying, we'll be doing a lot of traveling, like with the money that you're able to make, that I'm making with all of this wealth I'm building, because I get how wealth works. I'm able to travel more. Like, I think, what did he say? Like, I think he said like somewhere in like, I don't remember what country he said. Should pay more attention to that. Yeah, so he was just asking me like, what those things were like. So, yeah. So things are just going well. They could be a lot more intense. They could really be going a lot. I could be going a lot harder. But once I'm like, I'm just gonna get this brokerage license complete. Have my brokerage license, be an associate broker, study those things, study my flashcards. Next month, I already have my business cards. Like, I'm already thinking like, I'm gonna go take care of those in the first week. Then I'm gonna go enjoy myself because I'll put the work in. I'm just waiting for it to proliferate. So then the month after that, I'm definitely doubling up because I can just do it. So game coach skills and picture. Yeah. Farewell.